I'm gonna try to get garlic planted, what we have. I'm going to start in the end bed where we tried to grow cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower this year. That's the bed I'm gonna start with. In this bed, I'm gonna plant garlic bulbils. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. But most people plant garlic bulbs, but I'm going to try. These are all hardneck garlics that the scape. We didn't harvest all of them, or we didn't cut all the scapes off. So some of them produced these little garlic seeds, which are called bulbils. So I'm going to try planting these. Now, from my research, these will not grow a head of garlic like a traditional head with the cloves on it. It will grow just a single bulb like an onion, but then we will replant that next fall, and then the following year it will grow a traditional head of garlic. I'm just gonna grow one bed of these garlic bulbils as an experiment to see what happens. I didn't have enough garlic to save cloves to plant, so I'm just gonna plant these and see what happens. So follow along as I do this. I'm doing 2 experiments in this bed, I guess, because I'm gonna plant these garlic bulbils, and then I just watched my gardener's video on how to plant garlic after your first frost. He recommended added pelletized sulfur to your soil and then planting your garlic. I don't have pelletized sulfur, so I looked up what are soil acidifiers, and coffee grounds was one of them. Well, I don't drink coffee, but Nathan does. I have some garlic grounds. I don't think Nathan eats or drinks garlic grounds. Anyway, I have some coffee grounds that I've saved after I made his coffee. That I just hadn't got up to compost pile yet. So that's going to be a perfect experiment. I'm going to try just adding that to the soil and just see what happens. If we don't make a video about it, I won't be able to go back and remember what I did exactly. So this is as much for me to remember it as it is to get the word out about planting garlic bulbils. Based on the reading I did, I'm going to plant this like normal garlic, and I'll try to show how I'm doing that. I just decided I was going to lose my mind if I kept planting garlic like that, because those are so tiny and you have to get them just right. I'm going to try just spreading the seeds like this. I don't know if you can see. I just spread the seeds out. I'm gonna cover this up. Now I'm sure not all of them are gonna take. Seriously, was gonna lose my mind if I kept doing that. I don't have patience for planting little tiny pinhead size seeds. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna kind of work them in. Now maybe this is absolutely crazy. Wouldn't be the first time I'm told I was crazy though, so feel free to let me know what you think will happen with this bed in the comments. My goal with gardening is to become patient, have more patience for life, not to become frustrated with my gardening. So that's what I'm doing. Now we won't know until spring how this worked, but I'm going to cover this up with a couple inches of grass clippings to act as a barrier this winter. I probably should put my additive here real quick. I have some store-bought garlic that I'm going to plant in one bed, and then I'm going to go in the house and I'm going to order see if I can find some more seed garlic and get that here at the end of the week. So we're going to have a couple different kinds of garlic here.
embracing old man winter here. I just wanted to see how warm it was in the greenhouse this morning, so I opened the door and could instantly tell that we've got the death of the sweet potatoes here, so I'm gonna cut them off at the ground real quick so that we don't lose the potatoes. This is the bed. Now I'll have to get out here with a shovel and see if there's just more like that one, or if there's some bigger ones in there. I'll take this big pile and give it to the chickens, and I'll let you guys see that real quick. I knew it was supposed to get cold, I just didn't think that it would matter. It hasn't mattered up till now. 29 degrees this morning when I left work. I didn't think it's supposed to get to 50 today, which makes it really strange that, you know, it died on a day that it's supposed to get to 50, but boy are they happy.
When I first came out to start digging the sweet potatoes, the soil was moving and I thought it was a mouse burrowing down. So I brought 2 cats into the greenhouse, but it turns out it was just this little toad. That plant had 2, but one of them was split. It should still be fine to eat soon, but it won't store very long. Yay! Woo! That's much better. So all the sweet potatoes are dug up now, and this is what I got. I don't know how many pounds are here when there's 2 habaneros in the corner, but some of them turned out to be pretty good size. A lot of them were about that size. Then the in-between ones, this might be the biggest one. I would have liked to have had 5 or 6 times as much as this, but we didn't get them planted until June. So this is what our June harvest of sweet potatoes that we planted in our greenhouse look like. The other plants didn't fare so well with the freeze either. Looks like this tomato will probably die, and so will probably this one. They're looking pretty sad. Then there's cabbage down there, that's fine. But this zucchini is probably done now too. So I'm just going to harvest what I can off of it. That is a big zucchini. So even if I didn't get very much zucchini, I got one huge one, which will work well for scooping the insides out and having some kind of zucchini boat. I think this was an F1 variety, so I don't think I can save seeds off of it, which is fine. Next year I want to plant those Trombolini seeds anyway, so you can harvest those young for like a zucchini summer squash type thing. So it won't be that big of a deal, but I got one zucchini anyway. This is the actual garlic cloves that we're gonna plant. The other day I planted garlic bulbils, German extra hardy. That one is a Persian star, and then that's store-bought garlic. We finished with the garlic So this bed ended up being, this is the Parisian Star garlic. Then this one is the German Extra Hardy. And then this side is German Extra Hardy. Then the other half of that bed is Parisian Star. There might be some mix up, but for the most part, this is half and half. German Extra Hardy, Parisian Star. And then this bed is garlic that I bought at the grocery store. We're pretty sure it's a soft neck, just the way that it was formed. I'm thinking it's a soft neck. So that's just an experiment. When actually it's November 11th today, so it's kind of late to get our garlic in. I think we should still get a harvest, and we covered them up with a thick layer of grass, so that should keep it warm. The last thing I want to do is try to plant some potatoes to overwinter. We first saw this on M.I. Gardener. He called it the Irish method. I don't know. I had never heard of it before that. So we're gonna go with this is the Irish method. But if this works, I'm really hoping it does, because it'd be cool to have early potatoes. You just plant your potatoes deeper than you would normally. And then they come up early in the spring. Because usually I would just plant them pretty close to the top, but you plant them pretty deep, and that prevents them from freezing over the winter. And then you have potatoes before you even start out in the spring. One thing Luke said in that video was that you wanted to plant bigger potatoes than what you generally would use for seed potatoes, because since they're planted deeper, you want the bigger ones where there's more energy for them to come up in the spring, which makes sense to me. So, and I usually cut my potatoes. I'll only put in at most half a potato, and just use, sometimes earlier this year I'd use just the skin, because I wanted to see what would happen. And one of those still grew, one of them didn't grow. I did 2 potatoes like that, and one of the potatoes did not grow, but the other one did. Got that potato bed finished. I think that I'm done in the outside garden now. Got our potatoes planted, got garlic planted. I want to try some more experimentation in the greenhouse, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. Thanks for watching our planting adventures today. I enjoyed it. It was one last chance to get out in the garden before it starts snowing. There's a chance of snow this afternoon, so winter's coming. Thanks for watching.